Good morning. We are here to celebrate life, and today is National Sanctity of Life Day. It's just a day to remember that life is sacred. Life is to be protected. Genesis 1:26 tells us we are all made in the image of God. Psalm 139 tells us that we were all knitted together. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Thank goodness none of us look alike, right? And God made us all different. He made us for a purpose. And we are so privileged and honored to be here. Thank you, Pastor Sam. I'm going to make you a doctor, too. But Pastor Sam, we're so honored to be here. But some of you know, some of you have been to Charis Center, but if you have not, we are a local pregnancy medical clinic. We're located just east of Duncan Regional Hospital, and we have an RN, a nurse practitioner on staff who provide pregnancy testing and ultrasound. A medical doctor reads every one of those ultrasounds, but we are so much more, and I want to tell you about that in a little bit. But for now, I would love for you to listen to Abby's story.
My first mindset was if this comes back and I am pregnant, I'm going to have an abortion. I'm going to have to drive out of state. I can't have a child. I was an addict in high school. I was addicted to hard drugs, but also I smoked weed and drank every single day. I mean, like the month before I found out I was pregnant, I was partying every single day. I was not a good person. I was mean to people. I was a bully. I never had a good relationship with my mom specifically. Like, I never had the loving, caring mother-daughter thing, so I never really knew, my mom ran a daycare also when I was a kid, so, I knew she was capable of loving and taking care of kids, but just not for me. And so for a long time, I thought, I was hot-wired wrong, there was no fixing what was wrong with me, and so it made myself even more worse to be around. I got into drugs, I got into drinking, I got into smoking. And at that age was something that I bragged about and was proud of. Oh, I can party like all my other friends. I can do all these things. And for a long time, till 16, that was my mindset. That was the way I lived. When my friends got pregnant in high school and stuff, I was just you're throwing your life away. You're having a kid to do what? You can't have fun anymore. You're just giving everything up for that. And then most of them, didn't take care of their kids either. So when they did come and party with me, it kind of made me start realizing at that time that I'm hanging out with people that don't even put themselves first or care about themselves. And so I slowly started to get out of that scene. It took a long time, but I was acting like how I felt on the inside. Once I found out I was pregnant and I got through all the emotions of, oh my God, I'm pregnant and I'm 19 and my boyfriend doesn't have a job. And I was terrified. I ended up making an appointment with Charis because after 4 or 5 pregnancy tests that were positive, you can't really say that you're not pregnant. And then I started coming up here. I got the pregnancy test and the ultrasound, and they were like, "You're pregnant." And the lady was really, really nice. I think she could understand that I was terrified. I looked like a deer in headlights. I'm coming in this place with no hair, piercings all over my face. I look like I have no idea what I'm doing. And they didn't look at me like that. And it made me realize, maybe I'm not what I think I am. And maybe I can turn what this is into something good. Because coming into here, when I took that ultrasound, my first mindset was if this comes back and I am pregnant, I'm going to have an abortion. I'm going to have to drive out of state. I can't have a child and know that I can't provide for them. I'm not even mentally there yet. I don't even know what a kid needs to be happy or to thrive because I've never had it. But I know that I wanted her to have it. Almost before I even left the parking lot, I was like, I'm not getting rid of this baby. I can't do that. This is meant to be. I'm so thankful for everything that they have given me, classes, just trying to figure out how to be baseline, I'm pregnant and this is just what I need to do. Take vitamins and take care of myself. And then once I got there, they didn't push me in a bad way, but pushed me in a healthy way. Okay, now that you can do that, why don't we add another thing to your plate? What about learning things your kid's gonna need when they're here? What about learning things for yourself? Like the birthing classes, without the birthing classes, I would not have been able to do it. But if I wouldn't have come here with these classes and everything, I would have been working just as hard and I wouldn't have been able to get there. Being here has put me in a mindset where I know that it doesn't just take working hard, it also takes working hard within and finding who you are. Every other girl I know that's come here that looked like me or acted like me was treated the same exact way. Like, they weren't treated any differently. My friend Shirley comes here all the time, and like, it actually made me start crying, but she was like, Betty is actually like a really nice person. Like, not fake nice, but like just a really nice person. And I've never experienced someone just be genuinely kind to me, because I've never either been kind or I was too young for someone understood I needed that. Coming to a place like this really helped me realize, like, I can make that myself. Like, me and my daughter can have that, and I don't need the whole world on my side. Like, I just need good people with good values who are willing to bring that out in me. And I think that is exactly what Charis did, was bring out the absolute best that they could have. I mean, taking these classes, and they put so much on my plate that I've never even thought I could even have on my plate. And it's like a good stress and a good anxiety. Like, I feel goal ambitious. Like, I want to go do things. I come here and donate stuff that I've gotten. And I would have never been that kind of person before. And it really has changed me as a person in the way I view life and the way I talk to people. I think people didn't give me enough kindness when I was a kid, and I think coming here and experiencing kindness, real kindness, that is all I want to be able to give to people. And that is all I want in a life, is to be able to give that back. My name's Abby, and Charis changed my life, and it saved the life of my child.
So Abby, she is why we exist. She is why we do what we do. Last year, we had about almost 400 young women and men come to our center. Most of them are fearful, scared. They don't know what to do. Some of them, they're worried to death. Mom and dad are going to hate them. It's so not true, young people. But we just want to be there for her. Charis means grace, kindness, life. That's what we provide. We're there to support her. Our services, we provide classes for them, prenatal classes, parenting classes. Some of these young women we see, like Abby, we will see for about 2.5 years, because they come to us when they're about 6 weeks pregnant, most of them, and they come to classes. They meet with a mentor. We will see them up until the baby is 18 months old. And when they come to class, we have over 250 different classes, educational classes. They earn what we call baby bucks. And we have a store, a baby boutique, where they come and actually shop with their baby bucks. All of our services are free. We don't charge money for anything. And they come in and use their baby bucks, so they're actually earning what they get from our baby store, and that gives them a sense of self-worth. We want them to see themselves as God sees them. God values them. He loves them, and we love them as well. We have several. They come in and meet with a mentor. Deborah here. Deborah, stand up, Deborah. Deborah is one of our amazing mentors. She comes in every Thursday afternoon for 4 hours, and she meets with young women one-on-one. Well, one class, you have 3 young women at a time, and she meets with them. She speaks into them. She prays for them. She loves them. She teaches them, answers questions, so many things. And even after they graduate, sometimes those relationships continue. And if you have any questions about volunteering at our center, please talk to Deborah. My husband David here is a mentor for the dads. I brought this up, we are growing in grace and knowledge. And one of the ways we have grown in the last few months is we now have a garage for our dads. There's no room for them in our pregnancy center, nor do some men not want to be in our pregnancy center. So we have a garage. We just call it the garage, where we can equip men with tools for life. And they come in there. They have classes. Our fatherhood classes cover how to take care of a baby, some basics, how to change a diaper. We cover how to support mom, whether they're still in a relationship or not. Anger management, finances. We have men in the community who want to teach them some basic car maintenance, finance skills, how to grill, how to cook on a grill. We have big plans for this garage. It's already in place and working, and we're just so excited to have that, because a few years ago we realized that dads have a part in this pregnancy as well. And my husband David started bringing up men to pray for our center, and out of those prayers, God answered in a big way. About 30% of our clients are men now. Like I said, we've had last year, I think I said it, we had almost 400 new clients come through our center, young men, young women coming for pregnancy help. And we have about 143 actually a week that are taking our classes and coming to the center. About 70% of those are doing online classes, and they will just come in weekly to shop in our baby boutique and use those baby bucks that they're earning. Of course, our desire is we would love for each and every one of them to come in, because it's so valuable when they meet with our mentors and they get prayed for every week and spoken into. And I wish I could share so many more stories, but we have so many stories like Abby's story, and just how their lives are transformed. And that is why Charis was formed. It really, yes, exciting thing is we do save babies' lives, but it was to save that life of that mom and that dad and teach them about Christ, because we know they need Jesus. And so we share the gospel with them, and like I said, we just want to teach them their worth, how God values their life. And another way that we are growing is last year we bought a house, and it sits right next to our center, and we're calling it Grace Place, and it is going to be to provide maternity housing. We have seen where more and more women need a safe, secure place to live. A lot of times it's just temporary, so this will be temporary housing, but we want to provide that for them. The house we have purchased, it just needs a lot of work. so it will not be opening. We're not sure when that will be. We're just raising funds for that at the moment. But please be in prayer. Charis was formed through prayer, many prayers, over 10 years ago now. Unbelievable. But we just ask you to pray, and that is one way everyone can get involved. If you would just put us on your prayer list, please. Other ways, we have baby bottles. We put some at the front of the church. It's amazing how God multiplies pennies, nickels, dollars. We have raised many funds through those baby bottles. Finances, we are a nonprofit, so we always, of course, need finances. We do not receive any money, funding from the government, so this community completely supports our center. So we would appreciate that. Another way you could help is just share your story. I look around, I wonder how many of you might have had a young pregnancy, or maybe been the result of a young pregnancy, or maybe adoption. That's for David and I's story. We have 3 wonderful adult kids, and who were adopted. And maybe some of you have had an abortion, or maybe drove your girlfriend for an abortion. And we are not here to shame or anything. We are here to help you. We hope and pray that you have found forgiveness through Christ, and that you have forgiven yourself. We also provide an 8-week Bible study for anyone that has been through an abortion and just needs help finding that forgiveness. So, but we would love to invite anyone here to come take a tour of our center. David loves to show off the garage. So please come visit us. And like I said, afterward, talk to Deborah, talk to David, myself, how you would like to get involved. And thanks again for letting us be here.